Tav X Hebrews, purity and becoming one. How do we become pure? We must turn to Yah and Yah only. That's your only hope to escape the things that are coming on the earth as we speak. I am your brother, Mr. Real Talk. This is your go-to YouTube channel for brotherhood, sisterhood, and an attempt at righteousness. That's what we doing over here. Giving it our best shot. That's all you can do. All you can do is give all you got. That's what we doing over here. Giving all we got at an attempt at righteousness. Serving Yah and Him only. And doing our best to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments. And believe it or not, unlike what the church taught you, unlike probably even what your parents or your grandparents taught you, serving Yah and Him alone and doing your best to keep those commandments, that is going to put an invisible force field of protection around you. Just try it if you think I'm playing. Hit the like button on your way in the door and subscribe to the channel if you're not already. And welcome to the Proverbs series, the Wisdom of Proverbs series. This is chapter 2, episode 2. And there is a playlist on the channel called Wisdom of Proverbs. This is the second video. It's the second chapter. It's episode 2. Make sure you stay up on every single video that we drop into this Wisdom of Proverbs playlist by being subscribed to this channel and hitting the bell so that you get notified for every drop. The book of Proverbs is oh so powerful, oh so mighty. And I'm oh so happy to be alive today. What a time to be alive. What a time for the Most High God to choose to wake us all up and reveal to us exactly who we are. The chosen ones from the Bible. The chosen ones from the days of old. The ancient Israelites. Walking around planet Earth right now, scattered into all nations. And we have not been taught the reality of what planet Earth actually is, the true way that it operates. We've not been taught what a human being actually is and all the things that a human being is capable of. We have never even scratched the surface. And if these devils have it their way, that's the way it's going to stay. And anybody who missed the live stream last night, the real red pill, I advise you after this live stream to go and check that out. You will enjoy it if you enjoy reality. And if you are one who's known to have an adverse reaction to reality, you probably want to stay away from that live stream that we did last night called The Real Red Pill. Hit the like button on your way in the Dizzo. Alright? And make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're not already. You know the procedure. And if you don't know it, we always gotta wait a couple of minutes when we come in here because YouTube does not like to send out notifications for this channel. Because on this channel, you're gonna find a whole bunch of people who serve Yah only coming together in love and unity. And YouTube does not like that or want that. And that's why we always gotta wait a couple minutes, you know what I mean, to see if any beloved ones are gonna know that we in. Just another day, nothing to see here. Coming out of the Yahweh Bible. I absolutely love the Holy Scriptures. I love this version right here, okay? because it places the mighty one's name back into our mouths, back into our consciousness. For thousands of years, we forgot the name of the mighty one of Jacob because we've been calling on a fake guy, a wimp, a weenie, a sissy named JC or Christ or Yeshua or Yahushua, Black Yahushua, Bahashim Yahushua. Doesn't matter what you call him, he's the devil that the Bible speaks of. And that's the demon that the Israelites have been calling on for thousands of years. You have not known the Most High God, even though he has girded you. You have not known him to this day. To this day, you have not known him. One of the reasons why I love this book right here, because there's no way that you can confuse that name with Yeshua. You see that? Does that look like Yeshua to you? There's no way you can read this and say that this says the book of Yeshua. Yeshua ain't got jack diddly poo squat to do with what we're talking about. He ain't got jack diddly poo squat to do with your salvation. Yeshua is a loser and a liar and a false prophet and a devil and a demon. And he's gay. Should I go on? And the Most High put him to death because he lied to you and me. And that's the price of lying to the chosen ones. You're going to get smoked. And although the Catholics and Christians would have you and me believe he got smoked for you and I, that's BS, nigga. You're going to get smoked for your own crap. Ain't nobody taking no bullet for you. You don't want to stop crapping all over the Most High's laws? Then you're going to be the one to get smoked. Not some demon. Not some hippie on a stick who's gay and a vampire and told you to break God's laws. Not no devil like that. That's called Christianity. That's called vampirism. It's called cannibalism. It's called demonic seance. It's called summoning evil spirits. That's what you do every single time you pray in the name of Bahashim Yahushua. You're summoning a demon. No wonder your life is a wreck. No wonder generations after generations of your family, life is a wreck. You built your family on demonic seances. And then you point the finger at people like us when we say we ain't drinking no blood. We don't give a damn who said to drink it. They can drop dead. Because we're going to have allegiance to the Most High's laws. Leviticus 17:10 says if anybody eats any manner of blood, but Christians keep on saying, it's not real blood, you don't understand, brother. It's not real. Like that matters. That shows you how dumb and stupid most of you are out there. You're going to try to argue me about the blood not being real. You got the comprehension of a 4-year-old, but you a grown man and a grown woman with the comprehension of a 4-year-old at best, telling me the blood's not real. Who don't know that? And how dumb you gotta be to not understand any person among you who eats any manner of blood. What word don't you understand? What don't you understand about any manner? That includes fake blood, spiritual blood. Pretend blood is a manner of blood. It's pretend blood. Anybody who eats any kind of blood, you're getting put to death. But you Christians are so stupid and so evil, and your lust for blood is unquenchable. So Christians are having none of it. They're going to kill, they're going to steal, they're going to lie. Just like their Lord and Savior is a natural born liar and a thief. But I digress. Why am I going on that rant? Because I hate the name of JC. I hate the name of Yeshua. I hate the name of Black Yahushua. Because he's the devil that the Bible speaks of. And when you turn to Yah and him alone, you are going to hate and despise evil. I'm telling you, Yeshua represents pure evil. Sin at its finest. You want to look for the biggest sinner in the history of planet Earth? look no further than Bahashem Yahweh. And that's why God smoked him. He didn't get smoked for you and I. He got smoked for his own crap. Just like it's going to happen to you if you won't stop drinking blood. You're going to die a heinous death. Just like your Lord and Savior got smoked, you're going to get smoked right along with him. We've been trying to warn all of you vampire demons out there. But most of you, you're just not going to get it. You've been sealed in your lust for blood and flesh. And you're going to die right there in your ignorance, in your willful, satanic, demonic seance activities that you're carrying out. People who believe in JC, you're nothing but a witch and a warlock. Every time you get on your knees at night and you go like this, in the name of the only begotten Son, that's witchcraft you're doing. And yes, I'm sick of it. I hate witchcraft. I hate seances. That's what you do when you go to church. You're having a seance because you're evil. You're a demon, just like your Lord and Savior. Shelly says JC is as real as the tooth fairy. What's going on, Shelly Vasquez? Shout out to Shelly Vasquez in the house. Shelly Vasquez know what's going on. It's y'all only. Period. Shelly Vasquez says, Ta Vexin, Shalom. Shalom to you, Sister Shelly, and Ta Vex to you and the rest of the beloved ones out there. Can you hear me? Make sure you smash that like button and hit the subscribe button. And we get ready to come up out of the book of Yahweh. Some people call him Yahweh. Some people call him Yah. You get it. It's no way you're going to get Yeshua out of this. No way you're going to get Yahweh Shai out of this, or Christ, the book of Yahweh, the book of Yah. Nobody else matters. And if you can't grasp that concept, I'm just letting you know you are going to die. And it's going to be brutal, vicious, heinously. You will not be able to say that you were not warned. I'm sick of all you vampires coming in my comment section running your big fat black mouth or your big white mouth. I'm sick of all of y'all taking up for this hippie on a stick, professional liar, professional false prophet, leader of vampires, king of nothing. And I get so pissed off when I keep hearing you weak Negroes out there call him King of Kings. Christ ain't the king of nothing. He's useless. He's abominable. He's a wretch. He got smoked for a reason. Got these dumb Christians coming on here telling me, shame on me, I need to ask JC for forgiveness. You think I give a damn about JC? JC cannot forgive nothing. JC need to worry about himself and what a weak sissy that he was. Couldn't even save himself. But I need to ask a man for forgiveness? Are you kidding me? A wicked man on top of that. JC is evil. Yeshua is wicked, devil, demonic, warlock. Don't get me started, okay? But anywho, shout out to all you wonderful Hebrew Israelites that's been scattered into all nations. Tavex, y'all. Y'all know I love y'all, right? No matter where you are, got nothing but love. And we coming about it in Yahweh Bible. So let's get started, shall we? Shall we? This is Proverbs chapter 2. This is episode 2 of the Wisdom of Proverbs playlist, which I encourage everyone out there to watch. Shelly Vasquez says, laughing emoji. Shout out to all you wonderful Hebrew Israelites out there. Y'all are the best. Yeah, I said the best, nigga. Proverbs chapter 2. And I'm never going to stop saying nigga, by the way. Never. I've been called a nigga since I came into this earth. And the Most High made sure that niggas kept on saying nigga until we were able to figure out exactly what that means. Now that I know that the Negro, which Negro is Spanish for black, now that I know that the Negro are direct descendants from the house of David, that was you that got chased out of Spain. Direct descendants from the house of David. That's what the Negro is. So why, if you're not Spanish, why are they calling you Negro? Is it because you are the real Spanish people? You're the real everything. And you are the niggas that got chased out of Spain. That was you. House of David, Negro in Spain. That's why they called you Negro. And it's a known fact that them niggas that got chased out of Spain, this is not up for debate. If you would do your homework, you would know. All of the scholars know them niggas are direct descendants from the house of David. You know what that mean, nigga? Any nigga out there who is a Negro, because a lot of black people out there are not Negro, and they make sure that you know that. But I'm talking to all my niggas out there who are niggas. They've been calling you niggas since you've been born. That's you, Negro. That's you. You are direct descendants from the house of David. So I'm never going to stop saying nigga. Call me nigga. That's my name. And I ain't going to stop saying it. That is my last name. That's my surname. And the Most High God made sure that niggas kept on calling us nigga all the way up until we could really figure out what the hell that means. Now that I know what that means, call me nigga. I ain't gonna let you stop now, and I'm definitely not gonna stop. So if there's anybody on this channel, why you keep saying nigga? Nigga, I ain't never gonna stop. That's my name, and that's yours too. You can disregard your last name if you want to. I'm taking my name back, and I never let it go. And now I'm really not gonna let it go. Nigga is code word for royalty, nigga. So yeah, like I said, call me nigga. And I ain't gonna ever stop. Period. We got Tessa Yob in the building, the spiritual gangster. What's good, Tessa Yob? Tessa Yob says, peace in Baruchi's family in Abba Yah's name only. I hope that you stiff-necked Negroes out there can understand that. You know what only means? That means no JC, no Yeshua, no Yahweh, no Bahashim Yahweh. It's all garbage. Shout out to Tessa, y'all. Always good to see you up in here, Tessa, y'all. Hope you're having a stupendous day. Tessa, y'all says niggas means royalty. Cannot make this up. And I did not see that before I just said what I said. Here's Tessa, y'all confirming niggas means royalty. You see that, nigga? So I'm never gonna stop saying that. I don't give a damn who don't like it. My name is nigga. That's what they've been calling me since I've been born. And I'm never going to stop saying it. You don't like it? Get mad. I don't care. This channel is for niggas. All right? Yeah. Shelly Vasquez says, that Tessa, y'all, peace and baruching, sis. Tessa says in Ethiopia, it means royalty. You see that? Do you see that? Take your stuff back, Negro. Don't be ashamed to be a nigga, a Negro. I don't care what you call it, Negro, nigga. Negro is just means Spanish for black. And when people say nigga, that's the American way to say Negro. So you call me whatever you want. Negro, nigga, I don't care. That's my name. And I say it with pride, nigga. Tessa Yah says, as Shelly, the gentle warrior in the house. That's right. That's right. Shelly says, at Tessa Yah, and you, my spiritual gangster, standing 10 toes down for our Abba. That's right. Oh, yeah. And boy, it feels pretty good. It feels pretty good to know that we got men and women who standing 10 toes down and cannot be moved. Okay? That's how we get down over here. Y'all only or die. That's how we getting down, nigga. Now, Proverbs chapter 2. I want you to smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, This is chapter 2 of Proverbs. This is episode 2 of the Wisdom of Proverbs playlist. Listen up, beloved. And right above this headline, it says the benefits of a diligent search for wisdom. Because, of course, there's benefits in wisdom, right? Of course. Get those likes up, beloved. Once again, listen to this, right? Because we already getting, I'm not getting aggressive pushback, but I knew I was going to get some kind of pushback, right? When I started doubling down all the way and letting you know that wisdom is your mother. A lot of people don't like that. A lot of people get scared of that. And obviously, people want to give pushback, which I get it, right? But there is nowhere to run from this. We read chapter 1 already. It's even a blind person can see. Wisdom is a woman, okay? I'm not going to back off of that. I'm not going to tone it down. If anybody doesn't understand that, I pray to the Most High that you will understand it. But we're not going to tone it down over here. Once we see the truth, there is no toning it down. If anything, we're going to ramp it up even more. And you known this whole time that wisdom was a woman. Now it's becoming even more clearer. This is your mother, your sister, your kinswoman. She was with Yahweh before the beginning. Okay? This is not up for debate. This also goes along with what we brought out last night. Last night I did a live stream called The Real Red Pill. Unapologetic, unadulterated truth that has not been refined without trying to smooth over the edges and trying to make it more easy for you to swallow. What we're reading is unapologetic truth. Wisdom is a woman. It's an invisible spirit in the spirit realm that been with Yah before the beginning as one brought up with him. If you can even imagine what that means. What would you say if somebody was introducing themselves and they told you, like, say if I'm telling y'all about Tessa Yah, say if nobody in here knows Tessa Yah, and I'm telling you all these things about Tessa Yah, and I told you I was with Tessa Yah before the beginning, as one brought up with her. What would that mean to you if I told you I was with Tessa Yah before the beginning, as one brought up with her? You just think about that right now. You know what it means, and it means just how it sounds. Unapologetic raw truth. It's been right here the whole time. And I'm not going to try to round it off to smooth it over. No, you're going to deal with reality. This is the real red pill. Pink elephant standing in the room. The Gentiles, the heathens, the despicable ones, they did everything that they could to write women out of the scriptures. Everything from telling them to shut the hell up, everything to erasing women entities, spirits. I told y'all the other day when we did Proverbs chapter 1. Proverbs chapter 1 really hit home about wisdom being a woman. And it made me remember when I was a little nigga, okay? Almost every night when it would seem this, I would have called it a ghost, but now I know better, would come into my room every night as a small child and sit at the edge of my bed. I would be terrified. I would pull the covers all the way up and I would be shaking. I would be so afraid. And then one night, typical night, the ghost came in my window. So I thought it was a ghost and just sat at the edge of my bed. It would never say a word. It would just watch me. Typical night. I'm scared out of my mind. Got the covers all up on me. But she would just be looking at me, right? I didn't know it was a she at the moment. It had arms and a leg, and it had on a robe, and it had on a hood. And in the face, remember now, this is nighttime, so I thought that I was dreaming. But now when I think about it every day as an adult, I don't think that I was dreaming. I think that was really going on. And from the neck up, I couldn't see no face. The face would almost look like, it would almost look like this, like a black screen, but a little bit lighter, like the TV. When the TV channel was fuzzy, you can't see the station, but it's black and white, salt and pepper. That's what the face looked like from the neck up. And it would just be staring at me. And with this one night, it reached out and touched my leg And as soon as that thing touched my leg, all the fear that I had inside of me went away immediately. And not only did the fear go away immediately, I immediately knew that that thing that touched me was a woman. Now, how did I know that? Because she didn't say, "Hey, I'm a woman." She didn't say anything. All she did was touch my leg. As soon as she touched my leg, my fear went away, and I instantly knew that that was a woman, and I was no longer afraid. And she came a couple of more times after that, just like she always had. Would open up my window and come in through my window and just sit at the edge of my bed, would never say anything. Even after that night when she reached out and touched me, she never said a word. She just continued to come and show and sit at the edge of my bed. And I wasn't afraid. When I would see her climbing up in my window, I would be like, "There's my friend. I used to be afraid of her, but I'm not afraid anymore." But she would never say anything, neither would I. She would just come in there and sit at the edge of my bed like she had been doing and just watch me. The only thing is, I was no longer afraid. So she would be watching me and I would be watching her. But I felt safe. And I felt, I was like, there goes my friend. Even though we don't talk, she just sits there and watches me, and I just sit there and watch her right back. And that's how that relationship was. And the only reason why I can concur, because one day she just stopped showing up. And the only thing that I can concur from that is because the younger you are, the more purer you are, the closer you are to the Most High. The older you get, the more defiled you become, the more less pure you become. So the only thing that I can say to myself why she stopped coming, because I started to get older and I got more defiled. That's the only thing I can think of. But it makes me think about, was that wisdom? Because who was that? One thing I know for sure, it was definitely a woman. And you might say, "Man, how did you know that?" Because she told me. When she touched me, I could feel like she said so much to me by just putting her hands on my leg. She said, "I'm a woman." She said, "I'm not here to kill you." She said, "You don't have to be afraid of me." She said, "I'm on your side. I'm nice. I care about you." She said all of that to me without saying a word. And it's only when it really sinks all the way in that this was clearly some kind of spirit watching me every day, every night, seemed like. And she put her hands on me physically. And it changed my whole mindset. And when I really realized that wisdom is an invisible woman in the spirit realm, it just makes me wonder, was that wisdom herself that was climbing in my window, sitting at the edge of my bed, watching over me and protecting me? I'm just saying, it's something to think about. Definitely makes me think about. Let me read these comments and then we're going to read. Tessa says, "Shall not be moved until Abba comes back." That's right. Shelly says that Tessa, y'all 100. Tessa says it means she was there in the beginning. That's right. That's right. Tessa says, "I just got in a y'all only do today for teaching that y'all only chose men. Then that makes Deborah, Sarah, Wisdom, and Miriam obsolete. I told him only a Paul-loving Christian says that." Facts. Christianity has destroyed the whole world. Paulinians have destroyed the whole world. And see, that ties in right what we're talking about. The heathens, the Gentiles, the Christians, the Catholics, Paul, all of them in it together. They tried to write women like literally out of everything in the scriptures. Because look, we all know the Most High God, and this is how we know this. Yah is about balance. You cannot have hot if you don't have cold. If you take either one of them out of the equation, if you get rid of hot and you only have cold, you don't even know what cold is because there's nothing to compare it to. So cold would become obsolete without hot. Same thing with up. Without down, up would be obsolete. What do you mean up? You have to have something to compare that to contrast it. Same thing with men and women. You will not, just like with the animals as well as humans, You don't just have man animals. You don't just have man humans. You got men and women. But Catholics and Christians have convinced you and me that in the invisible world, you only have male invisible spirits. You see that? You only have male angels, male deities. There's no such thing as a feminine deity, no such thing as a feminine spirit, even though we know that the Most High is about balance. Can you have a father without having a mother? Have you ever known any human being or animal that exists that only has a father or that only has a mother? Can you even have masculine energy without feminine energy? Can you have feminine energy without masculine energy? No, you need them both. Can you have heads without tails? I don't think so. You see that? But Catholics and Christians, Gentiles and Paulinians, heathen, pagan, Gentile, blood drinking, body eating beasts have made you and me think that in the invisible world, there's only men. It's diabolical. You know why? Because there's a group and a bloodline on this earth that hates humans, hates men, women, children, and animals. I think we know who that is. I think we know who that is. Okay? Shelley says our vibrations are higher too, as children, which help us receive the Most High better. Yes, Shelley. Tessa says that, Shelley, exactly. Shelley says, no, we need both. Exactly. Tessa says, it's a man's world, but it ain't nothing without a woman or a girl. Gotta have them both. Gots to have them both. Look, can you have the sun without the moon? Can you have hard without soft? Y'all see this? But the Catholics and the Christians and the Paulinian bastards have convinced you and me and the whole world that everything in the invisible world is nothing but men. Nobody ever, they've done such a great job of doing it, nobody ever even considers it. And when you do consider it, like we doing right now, you know what they're going to say? I already know what some niggas are saying right now. They're calling me wicked. They're calling me evil. They're saying, I'm making up my own doctrine. That's what they're going to say. But you know what? I'm at the point now, I don't care. Tessa says, it's Lucifer. Shelly says, at Tessa, yep, men and women are in this together 100. That's right. That's right. And all praises to the Most High God for the very few of us out there that understand that. Most people are not going to understand that. Tessa says, exactly. Y'all said it's not good for a man to be alone. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Men and women both have their purposes. Okay? It's like this. A key is useless if it doesn't have a lock to go into. I'm talking to somebody. A lock is useless if it's just a lock without a key to unlock it. A lock and a key by themselves, useless, good for nothing. What is a key that doesn't unlock nothing? It's called trash. What is a lock that doesn't have a key to unlock it? A useless piece of garbage is what it is. But when you bring that same key and that lock together, now you got magic. Now you got action. Okay? Now watch some crazy Hebrew gonna go out there and say, see, he's doing magic. I told you. Because I said magic. That's how some of our people are out there. They're diabolical. Okay? But we know what's going on over here. Now, beloved ones, Proverbs chapter 2. Tessa says that's why they keep us apart. Exactly. And they also know because we are electrical beings. See, a battery needs what? Even a battery got two parts in it to make it one, a positive side and a negative charge. Up, out. Up and down, in and out, hot and cold, on and off, Positive, negative, man and woman, hard and soft. You see that? You must have both to make one complete circuit. That's why they keep us away from each other. Because they know. You know what happens when you get a Yah only man and a Yah only woman in the same space? You get something that you very rarely gonna see in this world. Because most people in this world despise Yah only people. I don't know about y'all. I don't see too many Yah only couples out there. I don't see that. But maybe y'all do. I'm telling you, I don't see it. We got Von Seal Sanders says, great glory to our sovereign ruler alone. Happy Sabbath, family. There is a yin yang in everything. Keep bringing it, brother. Hello. What's going on, Von Seal Sanders? Good to see you. Hope you're having a wonderful day. And I hope all is well with yous. We got Mika Townsend says, happy Shabbat, my brother. Good to see you, Mika Townsend. And I have to admit, I don't ever think I've seen Mika Townsend. I don't think I've seen you in here before. So I have to say, welcome to you. Welcome to you officially to this channel. Mika Townsend. This is an Old Testament only channel, in case you don't know. And I'm always ask people this question, Mika. How did you find this channel? And how long have you been on this channel? And welcome again. Shelly says, Avon Sanders, Shabbat Shalom. Tessa says, Mr. Real, if we ever get a Yah only couple, they will shut it down. Yeah, they will. Yes, they will. And see, that's what they're so afraid of that. We got tons of blood drinking and body eating couples out there, but I don't see any Yah only couples out there. I've never seen one, ever. But you know what? All praises to the Most High God, because you know what? Whether it's us or not who has a chance to partake in that, I guarantee you, brothers and sisters like us, we are going to be the ones to spark the new generation and to spark the brains of Hebrew Israelites who are going to grow up after us, where you will be able to see Yah only couples, openly Yah only couples. And I know for a fact that it's men and women of our time right now who will have a great deal to do with that. Believe it or not, a lot of y'all out there are superheroes and you're planting the seeds. Because see, we didn't grow up in an era where you had social media and all this stuff. We did not grow up in an era where there was a group of people yelling out Yah only. But now we are that group of people yelling out Yah only. And it might not seem like it's taking effect right now, but I promise you, at some point, the seeds that we are sowing and we have sown, they will take root in brothers and sisters who are going to grow up after us. Depending on how long the Most High allows this world to go on, as long as he allows this world to go on, there will be others coming behind us. And we are planting seeds that some of them will pick up. And at some point, you're going to be able to look up. Maybe we'll be around to see it. Maybe we won't. But we will be able to look up and see multiple Yah-only couples because of the seeds that we are planting in this day and age. Many of you out there don't even realize who you are, what you're doing. Many of you are the founding fathers and the founding mothers of, I guess, what the New Testament will call the breaking away, as they call it, the pulling away or the falling away, because we are falling away from the world's favorite idol. We fell away from him. We denounced that devil. And I don't, at least in the last 2,000 years, there has not been an outcry like it is today. And a lot of us, we got a lot to do with that. And it's not going to be forgotten. Believe that. Tessiah says, I can't wait until it happens. Me too. Tessiah says, we are his witnesses to wake up the masses. Yes, and we are doing it. Some of you would be surprised. We're never going to really know exactly who all these people are watching our videos. Okay? Tessiah says, we don't do no idol shy around here. That's right. This is a Yah only channel. And shout out to all of you wonderful Hebrew Israelites out there. So Right now, we get ready to read. Proverbs chapter 2. My son. Once again, whoever this person is right here is calling you son. And we established in chapter 1, not through my words, through the own testimony that's written in here. This is wisdom talking. This is wisdom talking. This is the spirit of wisdom speaking to the wisest man to ever walk the earth. These are the wisest words you ever going to hear. And you notice wisdom is a woman, once again, and it's calling you my son. A lot of y'all want to run from that. I'm not going to let you though. Ashley says, shalom, family. Shalom, Ashley. My son, if you will accept my words and will treasure my laws within you. You see this? She's telling you to treasure the laws. What laws? Wisdom is backing your father the way that a good woman backs her man, the father of her children. Do y'all see this? Do you see this? And will treasure my laws within you. If you will incline your ears to wisdom and apply your mind to understanding. Yes, if you will cry for knowledge, insight, and cry aloud for understanding. If you seek after her, wisdom as you would for silver, and search for her as you would for a hidden treasure. Once again, this ain't me saying this. This is wisdom saying this. Seek after her. Her is feminine. You don't call a man her. You don't call a man sis. Just like you don't call a woman him. And you don't say, what's up, bro, to a woman. Look, if I'm talking to a woman, why would I call her bro? Does it make sense to call a woman bro or to call a man sis? I'm not going to let you run from that. If you will incline your ears to wisdom and apply your mind to understanding. Yes, if you will cry for knowledge, insight, and cry aloud for understanding. If you seek after her, wisdom, you see that? Wisdom is a her. Not because I'm saying so. Not because I'm pushing my own doctrine. It's funny how people want to try to say I'm pushing my own doctrine, but for years they've been telling you that this is Yahweh speaking, even though it never says that in no version of scripture. Were those people pushing their own doctrine? Is the Christian church pushing their own doctrine when they tell you that this is Christ talking right here, even though no version of the Bible says that this is JC? Huh? What about the Messianic Hebrews out there who tell you this is Christ right here, who's with the Most High in the beginning? Even though every version of the Bible keeps on referring to wisdom as her, but they told you it was Christ. That's so easy to dispel. And right here in the Yahweh Bible, wisdom keeps leaving her John Hancock. I am not going to let anybody who watches this, I'm not letting you run from this. I'm not letting you throw spiritual baby oil on so you can scream out of this. Wisdom is a woman. Period. Period. If you seek after her, is that hard to understand? If you seek after her, wisdom as you would for silver, the same way you chase money, all you want to do is money, 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 bands, 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 right? How about you chase wisdom the same way you chase money? And you would end up rich by default. Because riches are with wisdom. But see, you don't know that because you're not chasing wisdom. You're chasing money, you're chasing women, you're chasing men. If you seek after her, wisdom as you would for silver, and search for her as you would for a hidden treasure, then you will understand the reverence of Yahweh. You see that? Once you have did a diligent search for wisdom, the same way you search for hidden treasure in rubies. This is where the New Testament tries to piggyback off of. If a man finds a treasure in the field, he sell all he has for the field. They're getting it from this right here. This is real wisdom. Then you will understand the reverence of Yahweh. and find the knowledge of our heavenly Father. You see that? When you search for it like hidden treasure. The same way you search for money, you trying to get money, you try to get wisdom that same way. It says, then you will understand the reverence of Yahweh and find the knowledge of our heavenly Father. For it is Yahweh who gives wisdom. You see this? It is your father who introduces you to your mother. Because that's who wisdom is. You see this? You're going to have to be Yah only for real. To get the full-fledged understanding of wisdom, you cannot obtain this while still being a vampire and a cannibal and a gargoyle. You got to renounce Christ. Even though they told you that this is Christ talking, you got eyes to see. You can see that's BS. This is wisdom right here. For it is Yahweh who gives wisdom. From his mouth comes knowledge and understanding. Do you hear that? Can you even understand what that means out there? For those of you who going to try to say, you better be careful, be careful of these strange translations. I had one brother tell me, I better be careful reading these different translations like the Yahweh Bible. For it is Yahweh who gives wisdom. From his mouth comes knowledge and understanding. Yahweh reserves sound understanding for the righteous. He is a shield of protection to those who walk uprightly. You know how to walk uprightly? Serve Yah only and do your best to keep his commandments. I told you the other day, when you do that, an invisible shield of protection comes over you. For Yahweh's For Yahweh guards the path of the just and protects the way of his saints. He guards the path of the just. The only way you can be just is to be Yah only. If you are a Messianic who believes in Christ, JC, Black, Yahweh Shai, you are not just. You're evil and you're going to be destroyed. For Yahweh guards the path of the just and protects the way of his saints. The saints are the Israelites. None of that New Testament crap, like being a spiritual Jew. No, the saints are the physical, biblical Israelites. Niggers are the saints, to make it plainly to you. Okay? So that you may understand righteousness, justice, and equity, every righteous path. When wisdom enters your mind and knowledge is pleasant to your being. You hear that? Some people, knowledge is not pleasant to their being. Some people actually get angry when you bring forth knowledge, especially in the black community. Discretion will protect you. Huh. Boy, you ought to say that again. Discretion will protect you, and understanding will guard you, because you need protection and you need to have your guards up. You're surrounded by wicked savages. You're surrounded by the heathen, pagan, Gentile beast, and then you're surrounded by wicked, sellout Negroes who side with Psalms 83. So you need to be protected and you need to be guarded. That's why you need wisdom. Discretion will protect you and understanding will guard you. Wisdom will give you discretion and it will show you how to move in these streets. Without wisdom, you're cooked. You're going to die. To deliver you from the way of evil. You see this? To deliver you from the way of evil, from the man who speaks froward, perverse, and deceitful things. There are many men and women out there speaking forward and perverse and deceitful things. We talked about it last night on the Real Red Pill live stream. Some of the people with the kindest smiles and kindest gestures have the most sinister intentions that you ever did see. Okay? From those who leave the paths of uprightness to walk in the ways of darkness. There were some people who were once at one time following the Most High, but then they decided to leave off of that and join the dark side. who find joy in doing evil. There's a lot of wicked people out there. Nothing makes them more happy than to do evil and wickedness because they have dark spirits and dark hearts. Just because somebody smiles at you and talks nice and soft doesn't mean that they're really kind. Some of the most evil, vilest people talk with some of the most loveliest voices that you ever have seen. But they are some of the most evil, vilest human souls that you ever gonna see with sinister, dark intentions. And see, some people out there are more susceptible to falling for that stuff than others. Any of us can be had at any time. However, one of the things that the Most High God has gifted me with is the ability to be able to read people's spirits, to be able to feel people's spirits, to be able to know things, and to be able to see things and know things that are not said aloud. But somehow, some way, I'm still picking up on it. Sometimes it can be somebody's actions. Sometimes it can be your thoughts. I'm not saying this to try to convince anybody that I can do these things. I'm just telling you because I can do these things and I do these things. I also have what you call ESP, extrasensory perception, which means that I have the ability to receive messages as well as send out messages without opening my mouth. If I were to tell y'all some of the things that have happened to me, especially in the last 2 weeks, you wouldn't believe it. I'm not even going to try to tell you about it, at least not right now, because it's too crazy. But it makes sense to me, and it makes sense to other people out there who have abilities. I'll just leave it at that. Okay? And I'm not going to come on here and lie to you, because I know that the Most High God will smoke me if I do that. And I'm not trying to get smoked. All right? Now, read, whose ways are crooked and their paths froward, untruthful. There are so many people out there, they're liars, they're deceivers, they're warlocks. Like a lot of people try to say about me, even though they're lying, a lot of people out there are actually warlocks and witches. There's been people out there trying to do witchcraft on all of us. I made videos about it because the Most High revealed it to me, and it was proper that I let you know that you're out there, because I know that you out there. And see, you don't have to always say everything you know, but when the Spirit presses me out to do something, I do it, whatever it is. So it was necessary for me to let whoever you are know that I'm on to you. And I also prayed against you. So anybody out there trying to do witchcraft against me or any of the brothers, you're going to rue the day that you did that. I promise you. You ain't got to believe me. I could care less who believes me. You're going to pay. That I can tell you. Whose ways are crooked and their paths froward, untruthful. You're liars and deceivers. Discretion and understanding will deliver you from the strange woman, from the adulteress who flatters with seductive words. This is saying a mouthful right here. Discretion and understanding will deliver you from the strange woman. That means wisdom is going to deliver you from the strange woman. Whether she's trying to have sex with you, whether she's trying to do witchcraft on you, whether she's trying to work whatever kind of sorcery she's doing, whether she's trying to set you up to be robbed, unalived. Discretion and understanding will deliver you from the strange woman. From the adulteress who flatters with seductive words. Many women out there have full-fledged husbands and a family. And while they're living with their husband and their children, they'll flirt with you. They'll try to get you to have sex with them. They'll talk all sweet and kind and flattery words to you. Meanwhile, they're sleeping in bed, laying right next to their husband, texting you, telling you what time their husband goes to work tomorrow so that you can come over and clap them cheeks. I'm going to tell you right now, when you get smoked, don't say that you wasn't warned. because you did not use wisdom and discretion and understanding. You fell for the old okie doke. Who forsakes the companion of her youth, her husband, and forgets the covenant of her father Yahweh, her marriage vows. There are a lot of women out there, they don't care nothing about the vows that they took in their marriage. When they ready to get them cheeks clapped, that's exactly what they gonna do. Don't mean nothing if they married. See, like what we talked about last night, the real red pill. I gotta let you in a little secret. Just because a woman is married don't mean she ain't getting her cheeks clapped by multiple niggas. I see this all the time, okay? All the time. I see women who got husbands. They flirt with other men, up in other men's face, getting their cheeks clapped by multiple men. And believe it, it's a lot of women out there doing that. It's so many women out there doing that. That's not even news no more. That's only news to somebody who's completely naive. It ain't news to me. I see it every day. Okay? And if you want wisdom and understanding, you're going to take this all in. You're not going to get upset. You're going to take this all in and realize this is your mother talking. You think your mother don't know what goes on in the hearts of men and women? These are her children. Your mother knows. She tells you about wicked niggas, wicked men, and she tells you about wicked women as well. This is your mama talking here. So listen up. All right? And listen good. Who forsakes the companion of her youth, her husband, and forgets the covenant of her father Yahweh, her marriage vows. Her house, her house slopes down into death, and her paths lead to the dead. You know why? Because if you messing with a married woman, you gonna die. If you won't repent, you gonna die, and she's gonna die. You're both gonna die, and rightfully so, because that woman belongs to another man. And even if you're single, you should not be trying to clap the cheeks of a married woman. The only cheeks you should be clapping is your wife's cheeks, your woman's cheeks, not another woman who's married. And when Yahweh decides to smoke you for doing that, you can't say that you didn't know. Yahweh takes it very seriously, taking another man's wife. If you a woman, you taking another woman's husband, I'm telling you, I would be scared to death. Because Yahweh's going to smoke you if you won't stop. And you better repent. No one who go to her return again. Do you see this? No one who go to her return again. Neither do they take hold of the path of life. You know why? Because her husband found out you was clapping her cheeks. And he smoked you. That is the commandment. If any man comes home and catches another nigga in there clapping his wife's cheeks, he's supposed to smoke you. First of all, like I said, why are you even dealing with that woman? Okay, she's married. Second of all, you're dumb enough, fool enough, and horny enough to be in another man's house with your penis out. You're supposed to die. Same thing with you women out there. Believe it or not, I know women out there who have bragged and thought it was some kind of a flex to brag about being in another woman's home in her bed with her husband, getting her cheeks clapped. I know women who brag about that. That's the real red pill. See, church ain't gonna tell you about that. And you probably not gonna really hear any men or women talk about that for obvious reasons. This woman was bragging to another woman about being in another woman's bed with her husband. And she thought it was funny. She laughed and said, what would she say if she knew I was in her bed with her husband? She thought it was funny. That's the kind of scumbags that we're living around in America. Men and women, a bunch of scumbags. Low vibrational degenerates is what they are. All of them. And they all gonna get smoked. Okay, you can think it's the game if you want. None who go to her return again. Neither do they take hold of the path of life because you're dead now. So may you walk in the way of uprightness and follow the paths of righteousness so that you don't get smoked. Because the upright will live in the land and the perfect will remain in it. You see that? There will be no destruction. There will be no bitter end for those of you who go Yah only and walk upright. Upright means you're Yah only, no questions asked. Upright means you are trying your very best to keep the commandments. Period. Ain't no other way. Last verse. But the wicked will be cut off from the earth, and the transgressors will be rooted out of it. You see that? Do you see that? All praises to the mighty one. Now, if there's any wonderful Hebrew Israelite in here, or any of you Gentiles who are watching this on the live or the playback that has not hit that like button yet, by all means, smash that like button and hit that subscribe button as well as the bell for notifications. So you know every time we drop. And let me read these comments from you wonderful, wonderful Hebrews. And then I'm going to let you wonderful Hebrew Israelites go. Can you dig it? Sister Ashley says, Shalom, family. Shalom to you, Ashley. Hope all is well. Tessa Yah says, Ashley and Nomika. Hey, family. Shelly says, Ashley, shalom, sis. Ashley says, shalom. Shelly, shalom. Tessa. Shelly says, Ashley, good to see you, sis. Ashley says, thank you. It's been a busy day. I'm happy to be here. Hey, Ashley, we happy to have you, fam. Tessa says, watch out, Mr. Real Talk. They going to call you a Yah-only demon because you are reading Proverbs word for word with this stupid ass. Yeah, they are. Yes, they are. And that's how you know how crazy and stupid our people are. And that's why Isaiah 1 and 3, the Most High said that the Israelites are dumber than an ox and dumber than an ass. An ox and an ass are two of the dumbest animals ever, but they're smarter than the Israelites. Israelites are dumb and stupid. Not because I'm insulting you. Yah is insulting you because, like he said, you're dumb and you're stupid. Even an ox and an ass know who they belong to, but you niggas out there don't know and you won't even consider because you're dumber than an ox and you're dumber than an ass. You're idiots. Many of you out there. Not because I say so. Yah said you stupid. So I'm saying what Yah says. You are stupid. Many of you, idiots. And you're going to die. Okay? If you won't repent. Period. Tessa Yah says, all you doing is reading the same book they got, but what's different is you're not adding to or taking away from Yah's books. And that right there qualifies me and you all to be called Yah only demons. It's sad, y'all. Lisa Yasserah, what's good? Lisa Yasserah says, Shalom. Lisa Yasserah says, sons and daughters of the living power. That's right. Good to see you, Lisa Yasserah. Always good to see you, fam. Hope you're having a stupendous afternoon. Shelly says that Lisa Yasserah, Shalom and Shabbat Shalom, sis. Tessa says, laughing emoji at community. She probably laughing at when I said community. Hey, Tessa, y'all, you hilarious, yo. Tessa, y'all says that Lisa, hey, family. Shelly says Proverbs 13 and 5, we don't like JC for this reason. You know what? Let's go get it. Proverbs 13 and 5. We'll read it right now. Coming out of the Yahweh Bible, so of course it's going to read a little bit different from the KJV. Proverbs 13 and 5 of the Yahweh Bible, and it reads, a righteous man hates lying, but a wicked man is loathsome, disgusting to be around, and comes to shame. Yes, we get it, Shelly. A righteous man hates lying. And we know that JC did not hate lying. Therefore, he's unrighteous. You see how easy that is? Good looking on that, Shelly. Shelly says, bring it out, Mr. Real 100. Fire emoji. Lisa Yasseral says, as Shelly beloved, Shalom. Shelly says, is it lagging for you on your end, family? Ashley says, no. Shelly says, okay, thank you for letting me know. Mine finally came back in. Shelly says, I mean mine. Lisa Yasseral says, beware of those evil spirits. Yes, we're surrounded by evil, foul spirits. Tessa says, see, stranger, strange means the other nations in Paleo, not the daughters of Zion. Those the women he said, keep them out of the sanctuary. Uh-huh. Shelly Vasquez says, at Tessa, bring it out. 100. Shelly says, we let the other nations' ways to entice us, especially their idols, which led to our downfall over and over again. Tessa says, I don't co-sign with every woman. Nope, because the wrong woman can even ruin a daughter of Zion life too. Facts. Tessa says, whenever I got in trouble when I was younger, it was because a girl convinced me to do something I wasn't supposed to do. Cannot make this up. Y'all see this? Shout out to Tessa, y'all, for keeping it real, keeping it gangster. Ashley says, I'm lucky I didn't have friends, loner here. I've learned in my early 20s to be careful about who you date. Oh, yes, you best believe. You best believe. Tessa says, exactly. 100, Shelly. We got to stop letting them other nations talk in our ear. It's how our ancestors got in trouble. Remember Samson. Yup. Shelly says that Tessa, that's right. 100. We got to turn them out and stay close to the Most High. We going to show the Most High we mean business and won't choose their wicked ways no more. Lisa Yasseral says, don't forget how fast Abimelech got Abraham away from him when he found out he was married to Sarah. Uh-huh. With the quickness, he wanted him up out of there. Uh-huh. Lisa Yasseral says, Mr. Real, I'm well. Happy to see you. I feel the same way, beloved. Happy to see all of you wonderful Hebrew Israelites out there. And we came out of this Yahweh Bible. That was chapter 2 in the book of Proverbs. That was episode 2 in the Wisdom of Proverbs playlist. Make sure you stay tuned into that. Make sure you stay subscribed to the channel so you know whenever we drop. And if you're not subscribed already, make sure you subscribe to Tessa Yah's channel. The spiritual gangster. Bringing that heat. Make sure y'all subscribe to her channel, y'all. I love all of you out there that's been scattered into all nations. Ashley says, brother, I email you when you have a few minutes. Loving emoji. Okay, Sister Ashley. I'll make sure I definitely check my email today. And sometimes a brother be so busy in this 9-to-5 Babylonian slave house, I get behind on my emails and stuff, and I haven't checked it in a while. But I definitely will check it today, Ashley. Lisa Yasseral says that Tessa, much love, spiritual gangster. That's right. Tessa, y'all gonna kick your door in. That's how Tessa y'all goes. She ain't playing around. She gonna kick that damn door in. Ashley says, thank you. Heart emoji. No problem, Ashley. No problem. Tessa says that Lisa, heart-loving emoji. I love all of y'all. Y'all stay safe out there. Be warm. Make sure you keep wisdom with you. Seek her early. Seek understanding and knowledge. Wisdom comes from the Most High. He's going to feed her to you if you are Yah only and you are searching for him and serving him only. He's going to introduce you to your mother, your sister, your kinswoman. And she's going to tell you the same thing that dad tells you. She tells you, depart not from the law of your father. Take that in, Hebrews. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Also, new ebook live on Amazon right now called Bootstrap to Millions. How anyone can build wealth from scratch. Read it today. Link in the video description. Tessa says, I enjoy fellowshipping with you, family. Remember, cry out to Yah. That's right. That's right. And you know what, family? very soon. You know what? Maybe next weekend. You know what? No, we probably won't be able to do it next weekend. I don't know yet. Either next weekend or the one after, depending on what we got going on. I'm gonna do a live stream, right? I'm gonna go on, what's that? Can't think of the platform right now, but I'm gonna go on there and use my trial minutes because you get a certain amount of trial minutes every month. I'm gonna go on there and I'm gonna do the live stream from there, and I'm gonna have the link in there, and I'm gonna send it out to y'all. And I want y'all, whoever wants to come on with me, I want y'all to come on, and we're gonna cry out to y'all together. We're gonna do it together physically. I'm gonna do that live. I'm gonna have like 6 or 7 other people come on there with me and look, because I know some of y'all out there, you're shy. I get it. You don't have to show your face. You'll be able to hide your face, but I want you to come on the live stream with me, and we're gonna call out to y'all together on a live stream. And every one of us is going to add their piece in there. You're going to come on my platform and we're going to cry out to y'all, and we are going to pray all together. And I want y'all to come on there with me. You don't have to show your face. Just hook up your microphone so that we can hear your voice. And we're going to cry out to the Most High God together in unison. I'll let you all know exactly when we're gonna do it before we do it, so that you can prepare yourself. Because I don't want to be on there by myself. I want some of you men and women to come on in, join the live stream, and we're gonna cry out as a congregation together. You'd be amazed at what the cries and the prayers of Yah only Hebrews coming together can do. We can move mountains, and we're going to do it. I'm gonna let you all know when I'm trying to do this. I don't know if we'll be able to do it next week. I'm not sure. Maybe by the middle of this week right here, Wednesday, I will let everybody know exactly if it's going to be this weekend or the one after. But I'm going to go on the platform, set up the live, and I want like 6 or 7 of y'all to come on with me. You don't have to show your face, but we want to hear your voice, and we all going to cry and pray and cry out together. So you got to have your microphone on. But if you don't want to show your face, we get it. We know a lot of people are bashful and shy. But we're going to cry out in unison together, Yah only. And we're going to move mountains. Coming soon. Be on the lookout for that, beloved. I'm talking to everybody in here too, because everybody in here matters and everybody counts. So everybody who's willing to let their voice be heard for the nation, because we're doing this for each other, doing it for the nation. Anybody who's interested, y'all let me know. Ashley says, Tessa, y'all, do you have an email? I can reach out to you. Shelly says, Shalom, family. I love you all. We love you too, Shelly. Lisa says, love you, family. We love you too. Tessa has her email right there in the Chiz app. If anybody that wants to get at her, is right there. Ashley says, thank you, sister. Tessa says, that's an awesome idea, Mr. Real Talk. Yes, family, because we all we got. And we have to do this. If we don't do it, it won't get done. And when Yasharal cries out to Yah only, things happen. So we're definitely going to do that. And shout out to you, Tessa, y'all, because you triggered that thought in my mind by mentioning what you said in the live chat about don't forget to cry out. So why not do it together? You know what I mean? One day we're going to be all physically together and we'll be able to do it. But until we can be physically together, we're going to do it on the live stream together. I can't wait to do it. I love all of y'all. Again, new ebook live on Amazon, Bootstrap to Millions, How Anyone Can Build Wealth from Scratch. Live on Amazon. Read it today. Link in the video description. Most High willing, I will see you wonderful Hebrew Israelites next week. Y'all be safe. I love y'all. I'm out of here. Tessa Yah says, I'm ready. Woo! That's right. That's what I like to hear, Tessa Yah. I'm going to keep all of y'all posted. Peace, family.